Hello, stay tuned with daily news from Marjayat TV. Daily meetings of Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi. The prominent Shia Islamic jurist Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts large numbers of religious scholars, seminary teachers and students, religious experts, political figures, civil rights activists, academics, and public groups of people on a daily basis at his central office in the holy city of Qom. In these meetings, the visitors give reports on their activities and listen to the guidelines and advices of the Grand Jurist. The central office of His Holiness hosts public visitors every day until noon prayer. Delegations of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi's office visit Karbala Book Fair. Rasul Akram Culture and Religious Institute and Marjayat TV hosted some visitors from the office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala, including Sayyid Mahdi Shirazi, on their second day of activities at Karbala International Book Fair. The members of the Grand Jurist office talked to the managers of these two institutes and learned about their activities. Rasul Akram Culture and Religious Institute and Marjayat TV also hosted other groups of visitors, including religious and cultural figures from different parts of Iraq and other Arab and Islamic countries. It is worth noting that institutes affiliated to the office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi display the books and publications of the Grand Jurist at this book exhibition. The Karbala International Book Fair opens every day in morning and afternoon shifts. Nonviolence Incorporation warns of international crisis following attack on Syria. Nonviolence Incorporation, Free Muslim Association, released a statement to address its concerns over the escalation of global crisis after recent airstrikes in Syria. In this statement, Nonviolence Incorporation hinted that there have been no investigations of the alleged use of chemical weapons in Douma, calling the airstrikes by the US, Britain and France unlawful and against the consensus of the international community. Nonviolence Incorporation also stated the actions by the aggressive countries, including the recent airstrikes against Syria, lack any sort of legitimacy in accordance with international laws. It is a blatant breach of international laws to attack the legal government of a country, as it would open way for terrorists to increase their operations. This statement also adds that the global stability has been extremely fragile after the attack by the United States, Britain and France. This attack may lead to a global and inhumane war that completely endangers humanity and destroys civilization and human values, and of course, no side will be victorious in case of a war. Therefore, the Nonviolence Incorporation calls on all parties of the conflict, especially the Western countries, to take steps and prevent the occurrence of the Third World War and run through investigation to examine the use of prohibited weaponaries in Syria. Tunisian thinker meets head of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi office in Lebanon. Tunisian thinker and researcher Mohammed Salah Al-Hanjar met with Sheikh Jalal Ma'ash at the Grand Jurist office in Beirut, Lebanon. During this meeting, Salah Al-Hanjar talked about his journey to Shia Islam after he found about the truth of the Al-Bayt's culture. He then stated that studying the Sahih Bukhari was one of the reasons why he embraced Shia Islam. Sheikh Ma'ash also pointed to some views of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi about mutual understanding, scientific discussions, and peaceful coexistence among religions and faith. Director of Al-Tayyar Shirazi office visits seminary and tribal figures. On the invitation of Baghdad Islamic Seminary, the director of Al-Tayyar Shirazi office took part in a seminar of tribal and seminary figures. This meeting was held to settle tribal disputes in accordance to the Islamic Sharia law based on the views of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi.